Back guys, we're going to be talking about CPM versus CPC. So CPC, obviously, if you don't know what it is, stands for cost per click, and this is where you're paying per click. Now, why did I go over this, even though I know a lot of you probably already know what this is, and if you don't know what this is, we're going to be running into a little bit of problems. So I'm just covering everything so we have a basic idea of what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And CPM, is cost per mil. It's for every 1,000 impressions that you receive is what you're paying for. So let's talk about a like-based campaign. And what a like-based campaign is when you're driving likes to a post that you made, and also when you're driving likes, it also drives shares and you get the viral effect going here. So when you want to run a like-based campaign, you want to use CPM without a doubt. It'll be much cheaper. Tell people to like your post within your ad copy. Within your post, you're going to say, like this post if you like X, Y, and Z. And this is where Open Graph comes into play, because when somebody sees a picture of something that you're using for your Open Graph on your blog or somewhere else, say you're promoting a Teespring or you're promoting an affiliate offer, you want to make sure there's Open Graph installed as well. And you're going to want to tell people to like your post without a doubt in the ad copy or the body of your post that you put on Facebook. So always have some sort of link in your like campaign for those people that click. Now, here's a little interesting fact. You always have those what I call quote unquote 1%ers that click on your ad no matter what. They just click the link just because they can, just because they will, and even they'll buy just because they can or because they will, or just you have that 1% of the population. So again, this is really good to generate some sales as well and generate traction, and this really works well to generate a lot of money into Adsense type of websites, into places where you get paid if somebody clicks on something, or even CPA offers, believe it or not. Now, why is that? Well, because it's simple. You can have a lot of shares if you position it correctly. If you position your ad correctly, this can go very viral. So let's talk about a lead-based campaign where you actually get leads registered to your landing pages. So generating leads is the basis of FAM. What you want to make sure you do is play with CPM and CPC. All right, this is really important. You only use CPM after you know your CTR. And CPC, you start off with this one unless you know that you will get a high click-through rate right from the get-go. And click-through rate plays a huge role in determining whether or not you bounce from CPC or CPM. Now let me break this down, because I know it's going a little fast right now, and I just want to make sure I give you all this information in a tidy time frame. So without me getting too in-depth into this, let me tell you on the basis of how this works. So essentially what you're doing here is you're testing out a campaign starting with CPC if you don't know how well it'll convert. Because CPC, you're only paying for the clicks that you receive, and CPM, you're paying for all the impressions that you receive. So say you start with a CPC campaign, which you should, and you receive a 10% click-through rate. Now 10% is freaking awesome. What you would do is you'd pause the CPC campaign, or you wouldn't pause it actually. You'd go to your performance settings and actually change it to a CPM based model, because your ad is performing that well. So say you're getting charged $4 per CPM, that means at 10%, you're getting a 4 cents per click if you know your CTR. Now, what happens if it's at 2%? Well, this is where it gets interesting, because remember we talked about split testing? You're going to want to clone your CPC campaign and actually change it to a CPM campaign, so you have two campaigns running at one time, a CPC and a CPM. And again, you're going to want to make sure you track all of it, because it's really important that you know what traffic sources are converting the best for you. And if you notice that your CPM is outperforming your CPC, well, there you go. You know which campaign to run and even dive deeper into when split testing your ad. Now, like I said, I know I'm going a little bit faster. It's just because I need to get you all this information in a timely manner. So again, I'm going to continue to the next slide, and if you haven't really caught on to everything that I was just sharing, what I suggest you do is rewind this and watch it and actually take notes. So let's talk about a sales-based campaign where you're actually generating sales. So when trying to generate sales to an offer, you want to make sure you have something that tells the person they would need to purchase the product in the ad copy. So something like click here now to purchase is what I would include personally in my ad copy. And why do I do that? Because CPC is you are telling more people that you need to click to purchase. All right, so again, like I said, click here to purchase. You're telling people with a CPC campaign that you're running that they need to click there to purchase, and you're only paying per click. So you're going to have a lot more pre-qualified leads clicking your ad, which means a higher percentage of people will actually buy. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get drastic results with cold traffic if you're not generating leads or sending them through a whole entire campaign. What I'm saying is you have a better chance of converting them later down the line if they keep clicking your ad. So that's what you want. Again, sales is very, very hard to actually process, and I'm going to tell you exactly right now. Let me just go through here. Let me get a pen color, red. So what is the easiest to start off with? Well, likes, obviously. So likes. Let me just write this little L right here. Likes. And then, as a matter of fact, rather than me just trying to scribble on a page here, let me go and write what is the easiest thing to start off with. So L for likes. So we start off with likes are the easiest. Then it's leads. And then it's sales. All right? This is really important, because the easiest to get is likes, easy to go viral, easier to get a lot of clicks. Then it's a little bit harder to start generating leads, and then after, you start getting sales. All right? So let me just move out of it because I'm talking to my developer over here. So let me just make sure it's not distracting you. So again, it goes likes is the easiest, leads is the second easiest, and sales is a little bit harder because you need to actually convert that cold traffic into paying traffic. So let me move on here. Recap, CPM versus CPC, which one you should be using. You should be using CPC when starting off and moving to CPM, because CPM can get very, very expensive. And like equals impression-based ads. All right, so if you're running a like campaign, you want to use CPM on your actual like-based ad. So if you're trying to run lead generation, CPM and CPC, you're going to want to run both of them, but you're going to want to start with CPC first. And make sure you know your click-through rate with both of them. And your sale campaign, you're going to want to run CPC and make sure to tell them exactly what they will have to purchase in the actual sales copy. So that's pretty much it for this video. And again, we are going to go dive into a bunch of more things. I always say a bunch of more things. My grammar is not even correct. But we're going to dive deeper into ads, and we're going to start, drilling a little bit deeper. So let's go to the next video, where I don't know what I'm going to be teaching you yet. It's actually laid out for you right here. You're going to be learning about banner blindness, actually. So again, let's head over there so I can teach you about banner blindness.